Hello everyone, Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas holiday week and weekend. As we head into the new week, we have another holiday short week next week. So I assume trading will be quite similar to what we just saw this previous week. That being said, it looks like the market might want to finally try a little minor pullback here. Members, I used Telechart version 19, drew out the Fibonacci retracement levels, showed the anchor VWAP off the lows, along with the 5200-day moving average that we should expect to find support in this market if, in fact, it does want to start pulling back. But as of right now, the uptrend is strong. There's nothing to do. And as we move forward, once again, I want to apologize, everybody. I am using Telechart version 7 to go over the individual stocks that we're about to look at. And the only reason why I use it over version 19 on an end-of-day basis only is because of the overlap of the balance of power indicator on the bottom. And basically what it is that the BOP here, I'm used to seeing it on the price bars of stocks that I am long. I'm trying to think of anything that has like a different, where there's actually, where there's red on the chart, so you can actually see how the price bars change to the balance of power color bars here. Version 19 does not offer this, and on an end-of-day basis, I use version 7. Intraday, I use version 19. So with that being said, I guess we'll just do the same thing that we always do, because once again, I'm not getting any feedback on these video lessons. I thank everyone that likes the video lessons, that watches the video lessons, but I don't know why, but I do this for a living. I show you guys constant big winner after big winner, tell you all about cutting the losses, try to teach how to cut the losses. We'll go over a new potential long position at the end of the video lesson, but without any feedback about what you guys want to see or learn about, any concerns, I'm just going to keep doing what I am doing. So with that being said, we only had one end of day sell signal following Friday's session, which blew my mind because I had very negative breadth overall in my portfolio on Friday. Now, none of the down stocks were down very much, and that's why there was only one sell signal. But let's go over that one sell signal just to show you how you operate when things don't work out right. So first off, just let everybody know I am a stop ninja. I do not stick around when stocks are going the wrong way. So HLIT, this was the signal. Granted, there is one weakness in the signal. HLIT is from my Perfect Speculator scan, which is my top tier scan based on the book The Perfect Speculator by Brad Kodeshwar. It basically looks for stocks that are up 100% in the past 52 weeks that are within 20% of its 52-week high. I have some side scans that look for stocks that are within 35% instead of 20%, and also look at stocks that are up 75% instead of 100% to get some early. HLIT triggered a candle over candle, heavier, almost average volume move on 11/8. But as you can see, the balance of power went the wrong way. That should have been my signal maybe to not take this trade. Either way, trade went out live, set up a good to cancel buy stop limit order of 808 and let it go. It triggers and fills this day. And for one day, it looked like a great trade. Heck, up 3% one day. I thought that we had a definite winner here. Following the fill, I then placed my stops, a third here, 1/3 right there, and a third here. So we have 3 stops right out the gate on HLIT. Immediately, bam, I'm out a third. This is another hint that this stock probably isn't going to work out. But that being said, you can't predict the future. You don't know if it's just a pullback before we run. Happens all the time. So I stick around with HLIT, give it some room to work, and you'll notice we've now lost that green balance of power. This shows me that the volume is weakening on the upside and that the balance of power is starting to tilt. Doesn't mean it's going to completely fall apart, but it's tilting. That being said, HLIT continues to move up. Got a pocket pivot point signal. Looks like it wants to go, but a reversal off the intraday highs. Another concern. Still, nothing to worry about yet. But then, bam, we have that break right here. And I always tell people, the way I'm trading right now is ridiculous. I'm placing small amounts of capital per trade because I don't have hot individual charts out there. There are certain patterns I look for in individual stocks, and if I don't see them, I can't load up. And so unless I get a hot chart, I need to have a market hitting new highs or moving higher on heavier above average volume. We only now got that. And the other main thing I need, which I've shown, it's in other older video lessons if you go watch them on YouTube, that monthly time segment volume. My best returns historically have always come, my biggest winners whenever I push size into each position, come when my monthly time segment volume is bullish. I have not had that since the middle of 2018 for the Russell 2000 and September 2018 for the SPY. I've also never been part of a market that has rallied the way that we have rallied with the monthly time segment volume being so bearish. So to say that this market's weird is an understatement. But as long as that's happening, I'm doing small positions. But I always tell anybody, if you go in with size, or if you're a new trader with a small account, to always draw these uptrend lines and a close below the uptrend line, just get out, save that capital, and place it into the next signal. Because I always tell you which signals I like the best, and even though right now at this exact moment, it's not always like this, I'm treating everything the same, I still tell you which ones I like the best, which ones I think should be priority. Doesn't mean that it's ever going to trigger and fill on my end. So I set up a bunch of orders, because what if the three, let's say I get 6 signals. What if 3 are great? And I set only orders up for those 3 and I ignore the other 3. But the first 3 never ever trigger and fail before they ever execute. I ignore the other 3, and those 3 each run 20% each. So to avoid that, I throw 6 darts out there. What sticks, sticks. What doesn't, doesn't. What works, I hold. What doesn't work, we cut the losses on. Because like I said, we do not hold on to losing. We always hold on to winning positions at bigwaytrading.com, but we never hold on to losing positions. So if you're a new trader, when you get this violation of this uptrend line, that's it. You can wipe your hands clean of HLIT and walk away. But for me, I'm still long HLIT. I still have an emergency final stop here and a stop right here. But following this day, my patience is being tested. That being said, HLIT was still overall holding up relatively well until Friday. Friday, it finally fell below the 50-day moving average on heavier volume, but not above average volume. We are closing at 764, which is above the low of 758, so it is not a 100% end-of-day sell signal. It's only a 50% end-of-day sell signal, which means normally with the 50% end-of-day sell signal, technically it'll be a 100% once it closes below this low right here on an end-of-day basis, 758. But with me, there is no point of having this emergency stop here anymore. So the stop that I have here and here is being erased and consolidated to 1 cent below Friday's low a day. So if HLIT trades at 760 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is, I will be completely knocked out of HLIT. But since the initial long signal to now, HLIT has got a scary 5% loss. And that's how we like to handle the losers at bigwaytrading.com. So once again, I want you to remember how much our one and only loser from Friday's session acted. And now let's look at the winning positions and how I'm handling them. So CSTL, nice move higher. This was the long signal here. This is what the entry signal looked like. Candle over candle, heavier volume, strong green bop. Even though it did fall, it still was in this upper range area. Recent IPO, biotech, boom, good to go. CSTL was kind of choppy here around here, but overall, still fine. That being said, with the reversal off the intraday high, I'm placing a 50% profit target, good to cancel sell limit at 39.77. One stop goes right here, trailing stop, good to cancel sell stop, 1 cent below this low. A second right there, and a final third right there on CSTL. From the signal date to now, CSTL is up 23%. EYEG hitting a new post signal high. This was the initial long signal right here. Bullish engulfing hammer candle of strong price support on slightly above average volume with an increase in green bop. This was in my perfect speculator scan. Fills not the next day And I believe this is due to not having 1% account capital in my end of day account, which is the minimum size for this account that I'll put into any one new long position. Fills this day. I'm now long EYEG. Initially a stop here and a stop here. As you can see on this day right here, bam, already out 50%. However, that being said, it holds this low right here of 611 at 626 and prints another bullish engulfing candle on heavier volume, this time with a Bop It Max Green. I add to my position. It took it, I believe, a couple of days, but I finally get filled on this day. So now I have a full-size position again in EYEG, and it's been pretty smooth sailing since. Right now with EYEG, I have a 27% gain. 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stop, 4 stop, final stop on EYEG for now. And that's just how I'm operating with that one. LK, everyone should remember LK from my old videos. I went at the market at this open. LK now has a 69% gain. It had another intraday reversal off the highs on Friday with a big wick on strong volume. So what I have left, I'm putting a 50% good to cancel sell limit order at 37.76. I have a stop here, a stop here, a stop there, and a final stop right here on my position in LK. There's a stop here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops on LK, all for profits. LK now is up 69% since the entry. MIRM, I have a 50% profit target, good to cancel sell limit at 28.31. 1 profit stop, 2 profit stop, 3 profit stop, final profit stop. MIRM is up 198% in under a month since I went long. Just want to look at a couple more before we go over the new long position. APLT, I believe I reviewed that in the last video lesson. If not, whoops. But bottom line is APLT continues to work well. I had a 50% profit limit at 26.51 following this reversal session. And as you can see, the high of the day is 26.95. So I was knocked out of 50% for profits of APLT. What I have left on stops is 1 profit stop, 2 profit stop, 3 profit stop. My final profit stop for now is here. Just starting to get really tight with some of my stops. I just don't want to see anything. Once again, you can be loose. You don't have to be. Remember what I told you about the uptrend line? You can be super tight. Every trader has a different risk tolerance, so it's different for everyone. I'm just telling you exactly what I'm doing. So that's a 57% gain in 1 month with APLT. Not too bad. And STAR, we'll just go really quick. STAR, this was the long signal here. Hammer candle on above average volume with the increase in green bop. STAR's in my perfect speculator scan. Only a 13% gain, but got to stop here. 2 profit stop, 3 profit stop, 4 profit stop, 5 profit stop, then a sell stop, and then a final sell stop here. And that is how I operate, because the minimum size I put per trade is more than a few grand, and it only costs me $1 in and out at Interactive Brokers. But now if I happen to have, let's say that I only have like $99 in a position still, or at one of my stops, Interactive Brokers is charging me less than $1 per trade on anything under $100, which it's very rare that that happens, but heck, that's nice to see. Thank you, Interactive Brokers, for helping me out there on some of my positions once they do start to move up and I start to take profits and they start to get smaller and I am down to that kind of cash position, which is very rare. It really doesn't matter to me. MTNB, we've gone over this one before. 66% gain, 1 stop, 2 stops, final stop on MTNB. And I'll go ahead and end it there for the winning positions because I want to show everybody a new long position that I'm going to attempt to get long in WGO. This was the initial long signal, engulfing candle, above average volume, strong green bop. I got an add signal on Friday. The game plan with it here is a good to cancel buy stop limit level at 53.98. I have another one at 53.70. If it triggers up and through that level, awesome. First stop loss level right there. Final stop loss level on WGO right there. Remember, you can go and buy this now if you want at the market on Monday open. but I wanted to trade up and through 1 cent above the high of the day. All right, everyone, got to wrap it up. Have a great rest of your weekend. Aloha.